Right, here we go. Stein starting up.
He was off the long run for a moment. He's going to have a selfie, isn't he? He is. Yeah, lovely. Brilliant, that's lovely. Yeah, and you thought your international sportsmen didn't worship each other. Well, Dale Steyn's been probably waiting for months to have a picture with Victor Matfield. He shortened his run-up as well.
Now nick him off. Tucks it round the corner. There we are. Victor Matfield's off the mark. The Springboks are on their way.
It doesn't matter who you are. You don't want to get naught. Everyone wants to get off the mark. You relax once you look over that scoreboard and you see a single. Just a single next to your name. Oh, hello. Where's the big one? Parliament had a bouncer.
Got it on the front foot and smashed it over squarely. A huge hit by Matfield. That's 10,000 rand in the kitty again.
A pricey first over, an eventful one. A bouncer that scones Matfield and then a 4 through cover and then a big one over square leg. 12 without loss. Not sure who's happier. Shot. That's a good shot. That's as good as a cricket shot you're going to see all night.
Oh, he's loving it now. His night is really, really great. Started badly and now he's going. 4 through the covers, 6 over square leg and a straight down the ground. Beautiful shot. Now he's laughing there, but he really is loving it. One bat.
That's a tough shot to hit.
We need to get a couple of wickets, don't we?
Yeah, 1 or 2 would be quite nice, but I think it's a big ask for them, so it would be nice if they can get up to a good start in the power play, allow them to get going like that.
Huge hit. Great shot.
And then maybe try and bring it back with our depth in the back end.
Cool, shot later. Chat later.
Okay, cheers.
Didn't ask him about the bouncer. Surely you should have asked him about the bouncer. That swatted away over mid-wicket. Ends Pangiso's over. 3 gone, 27 without loss. Some work for the KFC mini cricket kids on the boundary. But they have got off to a good start, and if they go at this rate, they'll get there, that's for sure. Make that 39 without loss with the shot of the innings. And then you think, oh, we've got to try and haul it back, and suddenly you can't. And you end up slightly embarrassed, so they better be careful.
And he gets that beautiful wall that's skidded across. Watch out, crowd. That's a crowd killer, HD. Skims off the surface ball.
Well, Shezzy's just running in and putting it on a spot. And the spot, Liebenberg knows exactly which one it is. This is hit very hard. Have that. Oh, hello. I am in complete control.
They're on 47 now, 4.5 overs. They've done a great job this opening pair. And again through the cover. Ooh, he's hit that hard and they're going to pick up a single. Fantastic 5 overs for the Springboks. It's 48 without loss. There we go. What the well-dressed man of today should be wearing. Big appeal for LBW. Oh, he's giving it out! Oh, I know he wants a review. He wants a review. He's not going anywhere. There we go.
Look at that look in the eye. That is the eyes and the look, the steely-eyed look of an upset and angry hooker. Not at all happy with the decision.
Disbelief in the crowd. Stick to rugby, Craig, is what he's thinking at the moment.
He's saying I ran it off the middle of the bat.
Yeah, he's still hanging up. Why can't I review this? Let's have another look. Bahadin, little drifter. Oh my word.
Wow.
He won't want to see the review.
If he didn't hit it, it was missing off and missing leg because he was hitting middle.
he's showing the bounce. He's showing I've hit it. He's still arguing he's hit it. But Craig Jabir sent Tiaan Liebenberg on his way. He needs the proverbial tractor to get him off the park. Not happy. An unhappy hooker.
Descent, would that be construed as
Match fees on its way, half his match fee. Yeah.
He'll be in for a big fine later.
52 for 1 then. Tiaan Liebenberg's bright and breezy 24 of 19 balls has come to an end. And the golden boy of South African rugby, Andre Pollard, caught everything in the air today. He's on strike now. Play and miss.
Well, he said in a dinner break interview that he does not block the ball, that he swings at absolutely everything. He's played and missed.
He's had his look. That's his one.
Oh, what a shot. Get up there.
Up in the air. Chance.
Big pressure.
Chance taken. Lopsy won't drop those. Pollard promised that he wasn't going to be defensive, that he was only going to be aggressive. It's led to his downfall. It's gone as quick as he came. He's gone for 4. This is how it happened.
Yeah, it's coming off the toe of the bat there, and it's a decent catch. Nothing to compare to the likes of Pollard and Willie LaRue, but decent nonetheless. And most certainly a little mini collapse here from the Springboks. 2 wickets in the space of 3 or 4 balls. It's a disaster.
The Springboks have still got off to a flyer. 58 for 2 now as Butch James strides to the crease. They've loved it, haven't they? They've really enjoyed the day in this Nelson Mandela Legacy T20 game. 16,500 we were told was sold. It looks like it's even swelled since the dinner break, with the possibility of seeing their Springboks bat. And it's been so much fun. There's been so much entertainment. Prime Circle before, and the kicking competition, the 6-hitting competition. I really think it's just been a wear your smile day.
I was just going to say, Dr. Mandela must be smiling down on us right now.
Oh, definitely. Very much so.
Butch wants one. Butch gets one. Oh, overthrows. Clumsy. Robin Peterson doesn't fancy it.
Gentlemen, as a radio presenter, can I take this opportunity to say, Wackhead, don't ever do that again. That was a lot of fun.
Do you want to say that again, Thomas?
Darren Simpson, Wackhead, don't do that again.
I hope he heard you that time.
Great golfer, though.
So I'm led to understand. Maybe it's because the ball is still.
I played with him once or twice a few years ago.
He's got a
He
swing.
can hit it.
Oh, there he is, on cue.
There we go. Well, there's pads. Is that Billy? No, Billy hasn't got pads.
Well, I think
on.
that's Tiaan
Tiaan Liebenberg. He's
still
still in.
hasn't
He
taken
thinks
them
he's.
off.
I was never out, he's saying. Oh, 10,000 rand. 10,000 rand. They should give more for that size 6.
And that is huge, huge, up into one of the suites.
Keep the change. Great shot.
Wonderful hit, wonderful timing from Victor Matfield.
Somebody said to me they'd played against Victor Matfield at school, and he was an opening batsman who got quite low and knocked it around and took the singles. Never really hit it too far. That was far.
That was far. But he's a bright man, isn't he? You'd expect him to be the skill and guile of cricket, not the brute strength.
Again.
To see another one going towards the boundary.
Fielder posted. He's got rid of his rugby ball, Ryan McLaren. I think he's got his marking pen signing autographs in his left hand.
I think he's also got rid of it because he's realised one might be coming his way in a hurry soon.
I'm dying to hear Russell Domingo's post-match interview, because he always talks about the processes and...
Well, unfortunately, he's not here. We're going to have Jose Mourinho Faf du Plessis instead.
We'll probably still hear about processes.
Yeah.
Paddled away. That's beautifully played. That was calculated from Matfield. Fine leg up, down on one knee. And Mr. Mourinho has a stern expression.
Yeah, he's going to be down polishing those shoes any second just to take the heat off. Great shot from Victor, moved across.
12 years old. Great shot.
Oh, where did the fielder come from?
There he is.
Oh, it's Wackhead. Oh, it's Wackhead. He hasn't fooled Craig Jabir, though.
I was just saying, gentlemen, I was actually with mini cricket with the old sponsor back in the day with Ray Jennings. 12 years old.
Did you learn much?
Front page of Cape Times, that's all I remember.
That's wonderful. You kept it.
Yes, I did, and I showed Ray. Sorry, Uncle Ray.
Oh, he's now just shuffled on there. Now he's
And he's whistling like he belongs.
oh, devious.
Look at that.
Very devious.
Come to terms with the fact that the Proteas are off a short run. They'll think that Well, here's a Springbok victory, and that's 50 to Matfield. Brilliantly played.
What a cameo from Big Vic. Dropped his captain, proving the selectors wrong. How about that, Barch?
They need a wicket, and James goes straight down the ground and all the way. Yes, big trouble for the Proteas.
Mr. Jabir gets it spot on. Butchie's saying he's having none of this. Bit of action for him.
Inventive from Matfield, brings him 4 more. He is on the charge.
Things getting a little tight here at the moment.
Tight, this is one-sided.
Oh, beautiful. On one knee. That's graceful, isn't it? A lock forward with poise. Smash.
Here's a chance. No. I thought he had middled it. That's the first one he hasn't middled. Into the 13th. 1, 2, 3 for 2. Here we go. David Miller doesn't drop him. Matfield has to go. But what an innings from the Springbok lock forward. He'll get a standing ovation. He deserves a standing ovation. A fielding performance to forget, but a batting innings to remember.
Some high fives from the Proteas. There'll be many more of those in the dugout, that's for sure.
Well played, big man. That sort of form in a little over a year would be very welcome.
How many 37-year-olds score 50s at the bull ring?
How many 37-year-olds still scrum down that lock in a test match?
That's fair.
Well worth it. Right, new batsman. Hogarth, the scrum off. Bowled him. Puts James, that's 2 and 2 for Rabada.
Up in the ante and upping the pace. Rabada gets 2 from 2. It's just too quick for Butch James. Proteas know they've got it all to do. Just coming off the pads, middle and leg.
The Proteas under a little bit of pressure. Hashim Amla turns to the speedster, Kagiso Rabada, and says, I need wickets and I need them quickly. He gets Matfield and James in successive deliveries. Well played from the ex-fly half. 25 off just 21. And the young man stands on a hat-trick.
He had that evil eye, he didn't he? Not standing back for these Springboks.
Jan Serfontein.
What goes through a batsman's head walking in, potential hat-trick on the cards?
Well, you want to keep the hat-trick ball out, then you want to get off the mark. That's the first and foremost, but it's nerve-wracking. You don't want to be known as number 3.
So you don't walk down the pitch.
That's a good one. That's middled. That's a long way back.
Bit more pace from Wayne Parnell and absolutely clobbered out the ground. Another 10,000 Rand goes to a worthy cause.
Dare I say that he's found touch on the full?
You've got to keep quiet about such things.
It's just a little bit of fun. This one edged over third man. Work for Shezi, too much. Back-to-back boundaries.
Bringing it closer.
Up in the air it goes. Who wants it? Somebody's going to call. Bavuma does and cups it in. Shezi gets a wicket. Bavuma wears a smile. Hogard heads to the dugout. Out for 14. 1-4-2 for 5.
The dangerous Francois Hogard heads to the dugouts. Power in a little pocket rocket he is, trying to hit it out the stadium. Top edge. And a decent catch. Well, who's going to come out now? Is it finally Willem Alberts making his way to the middle?
Bright and breezy 14 from the scrum half. The 5th wicket down for the Springboks. And there he is, the skipper.
He's a bit of a terminator, isn't he? Power, big, strong. He's going to want to be facing and batting and hitting it out the ground.
Well, he's not on strike. They've crossed now as Serfontein gets a delivery with a little bit more energy.
A couple of K's faster. Keep wanting to talk about kilograms heavier as we do in rugby.
Oh, not as significant in cricket.
No.
They'll take the single and mix up! Oh, he was gone for all money. He would have loved his teammate there. Run out without facing a ball.
The captain would have been properly irate if that had happened. Well, the communication not always been good. Not even in the picture was Willem Alberts. He is coming off an injury though, so maybe short on sprint practice.
Pretty generous, John. So now Willem Alberts, renowned for his big hitting, witnessed last year down at Newlands. Here's Shezi. He'll have a look.
In behind, nice and solid. I think Shezi can't help himself. That pace is just slowly, gradually increasing up there too.
Oh! Doesn't matter how quick it is. He's picked the length well and deposited it on the bank. Alberts is underway.
What a shot is that? Slightly short. Rocked those huge guns into it, and it's disappeared. Little short, it's quick to get the weight back, and that is a beautiful pull over square leg.
And through the bat away.
He's got the celebration going.
It's over the short third man and away for 4. The impetus needed by the Springboks. They're back in this. 3 overs remain. They need 29.
Isn't it amazing how a couple of balls changes this T20 game of cricket? And first the big whack and then a little bit of real guile from Willem Alberts, showing the strength. And look at the celebration. What is that? It's messy and ugly and up the stadium is what he's saying.
Oh, it's high. It's very high, but is it far enough? Bavuma! Oh, he's dropped it. He's dropped it. He did the hard work. He judged it well. He should have had it. And it's gone for 4.
Hung up there in the air for an absolute age. He did do well to get underneath it.
The buzz around the ground is that the Springboks are in the winning of this. That's been thrashed in front of square ground to be made. It's 4 more. They believe now, do the men in white. The Springboks are going to certainly want to put one over their cricketing colleagues.
21 of 60 in the equation. Wickets in hand. Serfontein and fine Nick bludgeoning that through the extra cover. And on the other side, he's got the Terminator. Willem Alberts, surely the Boks can win this.
Intelligent cricket, just knocking it around. Now they're going to sprint back for the second. That's good running. Proper cricket from Serfontein.
Spoken about, a number of these players are comfortable. They look bat in hand or ball in hand. This is where the catch was spilt, got underneath it. Oh, he was lucky. That actually went through, could have done some damage.
Carved away to the left of Miller this time. Should just be 1. That's all they need now. It's down to singles. 18 from 14.
Oh, I mentioned that young Serfontein looking very comfortable with the bat. Ball coming off the willow well now.
Alberts wants 1 and gets 1. Sensible.
I think they went to Robin Peterson. They weren't sure which was his weaker arm there for a second.
I think he's also worked out he's got his centre at the non-striker's end, who's got a bit of pace. Mark Boucher, he will be unstoppable if the Springboks get home. Make me coach every time. Oh, it's gone all the way. They can't lose it from here now, surely.
Boy, is this going to be a turn-up for the record books. And it's the captain, Willem Alberts. Victor Matfield last year, or earlier this year, did a pretty decent job and got bulleted. Alberts taking his place. And is he leading his team to victory? It certainly seems that way at the moment.
Down on one knee, onto the bank. 7 from 9. High, 4, handsome, into the second tier. Scores level. The Springboks are going to win this.
With consummate ease. 8 balls to go still. It's going to be a simple victory for the Boks and for that man there, their coach.
Oh dear. As we look at this, we've got a ground invasion. Yes, he can. Carves it through mid-wicket for 4. And it's been an easy win in the end.
An historic victory.
7 balls to spare. The crowd have been royally entertained. The Springboks are loving the bragging rights. They'll tell one another how easy that was. And they have won on the scoreboard very comfortably, with as many as 7 balls to spare by a healthy margin of 5 wickets.
I'm down pitch side here. Willem Alberts, outstanding batting performance. You know, Bouch mentioned earlier that he has a few big guns in the hut. You enjoy that?
Yeah, well, it was fantastic. I think I slipped up in the fielding a little bit, and I had to help the team in a different category. So luckily the bat was on today. It's Dave Miller's bat, so I think that's why I doing so well. But yeah, it was great fun.
From a captaincy point of view, 1-on-1, 100% record. So I'm sure next version of this, you'll take that captaincy again?
Yeah, maybe. I think the rotating captaincy seems to be working. So maybe we will rotate that again. And yeah, we can't wait for the next game. It's a lot of fun, and I think it's a lot of good coming out of this.
Well, outstanding performance tonight. I'm sure the Proteas will have to change the management staff, though. Well done.
Thanks,
cheers.
Dave.
Back up to you guys.
Well, already the signs are there that the management staff is being questioned, as you heard JP Duminy saying. South African Proteas team need to go back to their coach proper. Du Plessis can scarcely believe his charges have been undone by their rugby counterparts, who've loved every moment of putting one over the cricketers in their own backyard here at Wanderers. But it's all been for a wonderful cause. A year since the passing of Madiba. So this Nelson Mandela Legacy Cup with the Proteas against the Springboks has been a huge success. Wonderful support from Momentum Investments, giving to the Nelson Mandela Foundation for every 6 struck. So 100,000 Rand plus has gone to the fund, and that is an excellent achievement.
Holding back, I realize no, my world's not right. Open minds are open quiet. Open ways, open the door inside. So much to do, so little time. I think that's just my blowing my mind. I hope there's nothing over the edge, 'cause I just wanna